All right. It is your first day of the cut, and just got done with classes, so that means I'm on my way to the gym. I have about 2 clients, and then I'll be able to hit my own workout. I have about an hour and a half to work out, so might make it kind of quick, hopefully. Um, I'm not gonna lie though, I'm pretty tired today. I have an energy drink. I'll be saving it for about, I don't know, 30 minutes before my workout, 20 minutes, something like that. Right now I'm gonna stop by the gas station to pick up a Rice Krispie treat because I need the energy. I'm on 2,200 calories right now, so I would not mind getting some more food in my system. That is for sure. I think school just lately has been really kicking my butt. I don't think food is the reason I'm tired. Most of the time, it's never food. As to the reasoning for me being tired, it's just I have such a terrible sleep schedule, and that is awful for my goals. I need to really get that aligned, but with it being midterm season and everything, I mean, gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. Gotta study up. I have my last midterm tomorrow, so I'll get that over with, and from then on, I'll be focusing more on the gym, potentially. Um, Also just started a new job, so I may have to switch the split just so it's a little bit nicer on me and my schedule. As to what it'll be, I don't know. Not a clue. I'm debating whether or not I want to put it down to a 4-day split and just do upper lower, or if I want to go down to a 5-day split, in which case I would probably do, ooh, I don't know. I guess I'd have 2 choices. I'd have push pull legs, upper lower, it's 5 days, or I could do upper lower, shoulder arms, rest day, upper lower. That's not bad. That sounds pretty good. Either one of those would be really, really nice. I think the biggest difference between the two of them is just whether or not I want to focus more, like have chest and back focused days and the push pull days, or if I want to do a little more emphasis on my shoulders and arms. Uh, which I might end up doing that just because I feel like my forearms could use a little more work and my calves could use a little more work. So on that shoulder arm day, it could really just be a supplementary day. Uh, where yes, I do a little more shoulder work and I do some more arm work, but I also hit calves and core or something. Uh, that does not sound like a bad idea. That might be something I end up doing. I also know by the time I hit my workout later, the gym is going to be a little crowded. So that's going to kind of suck. But hopefully it's not too bad to where I can actually use the machines that I want to use. If anybody sees this, by the way, you have any advice on getting better audio quality? I'm more than happy to take it. Really, just anybody. Um, or any advice, really. But I weighed in this morning at about 164.9. Uh, so I just bought one of those scales that quote unquote gives you your body fat. I think we all know that that's not very accurate, but I have it nonetheless. So I think what I'm going to be doing is utilizing it, but in the sense that I compare my body fat day by day, rather than taking it literally. Because this morning I think it was 17.9% body fat. I don't know. I don't know how accurate that is, but I know that if a week from now it's down a couple percentages, I have something to compare it to. So I'm not going to take the next week's percentage as literally, like, of course, if it tells me I'm 14% or 12%, like, I'm going to be like, whoa, that's a drastic drop. It's probably not true. But I know for sure that I've definitely gone down at least some. So I can kind of compare it week by week. And I think that's a good thing to have, even if it's not as accurate as I'd like it to be. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and stop by this gas station, and I'll see y'all when I'm ready to hit my workout. All right, I went ahead and warmed up. It's my first working set. My phone's not the highest in battery, so I don't know if I'm going to record the whole workout, but I'm going to try to record at least one set of everything. Whoop. That could have been bad. Okay. Second set. Okay. I'm really glad I did not go up at all. I don't think I would have hit 8 if I had any more weight on that bar. All right, third set. Honestly, this is probably going to be the only exercise I do 3 sets of. Everything else is probably just going to be sets of 2. I have about an hour and a half left to hit the rest of my workout. In theory, should be more than enough time. In practice, I'm probably going to get caught up in conversation. So I'll probably take one tricep movement to 3 sets and one shoulder movement to 3 sets. That's a lie. I'm sticking at 3. I'm sticking at 3 on everything. Ugh. Holy chest pump. That felt great. All right. I'll see y'all on inclines. Whoa. You guys are crooked. Okay. I could not find a free bench and I wanted to hit incline. So we're at the Smith machine instead of dumbbells. One more. Whew. Not too bad. I could definitely do another 10 pounds on each side. Okay. You know, I've been humbled. I think 5 more on each side would have been fine. 10 was a little hopeful. So I'm gonna go back down. Okay. Oh. Okay. Lady dips. Unfortunately, caffeine hit me right in the middle of my workout, so I had to go to the restroom. I know last week, the last time, I only did 15 pounds on this, but I think I was just being scared. I get 2 more. Okay. I'll go down by a 5. I'm only gonna do 2 sets of this. All right, trying out the 40s. That's a good weight. All right. I don't want to push myself too hard yet. Also, phone battery's getting low, so I'm gonna see y'all for triceps. All right, phone battery's getting low, so I get to see one of this. So I can save it for the pump. That was too late. Too light. We'll go up. 10. Okay. 3 sets of laterals and chest flies. I'm done. Okay. 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 Last one. I went ahead and did some single arm rope extensions for my triceps. Just cause. Okay, we'll finish up here. Whew. I'm not looking too bad. Pretty tired. Really sweaty. It's not too bad of a pump. I just hope I can look back on this towards the end of the cut. All right. We're out of the gym. I went ahead and trained 2 of my clients after my workout. And I'm extremely hungry. If I'm not mistaken, I should have about 900 calories to play with. I was thinking about going to Panda Express, but honestly, kind of just want to save my money, so I'm gonna figure out something to eat at home. I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna eat yet, but it has to be high in protein. Like I said, I have quite a few calories to play with, but it has to be high in protein. I'm thinking 60 or 70 grams of protein within that 900, little over 900 calorie limit. Probably something involving Greek yogurt. I'm not gonna lie. That's okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. Yogurt is a staple on my cut. I don't feel like I'm taking cut too bad. I want to try to emphasize on keeping as much muscle mass as I can, simply because last cut I did a really aggressive cut and I lost a lot of my strength that I have still not fully recovered, but I'm working towards. So I've definitely gained a lot of strength back since the end of that cut, but I'm still not where I used to be. I mean, I used to rep 185 on bench, and I'm at 165 for reps. It's kind of sad to watch, I'm not gonna lie, but it's okay. You live and you learn. Aggressive cuts are not for me. I have to take it slow. I think my cut was also like just a little too aggressive. That might have been part of the issue. I'm not quite sure. It could have been just I let myself not lift as heavy because my mindset was, oh, I'm gonna cut. Of course I'm gonna lose strength. And so I wasn't pushing myself to get those good quality workouts like I am when I'm bulking. I'm not sure how good I was about tracking my macros as well, so that could have been part of the issue. I know now a lot more about nutrition, so I'm hoping that plays a huge part in this cut this time. But yeah, other than that, if anybody has any questions, please feel free to let me know. I'm more than happy to answer questions or take suggestions. I don't know everything. That's the truth. I may be a personal trainer and I may be, pretty decent when it comes to making progress, but I don't know everything. I feel like the second I decide to say that I know everything, I've stopped learning, and that's not a good thing. Really, it's not. Also, I really need to get better at speaking in public. When I'm at the gym, even just now, like just talking to the mic, talking to the camera, I still feel like I'm not quite there when it comes to being comfortable. I don't feel like I'm being my full self. So bear with me, y'all. It's getting better. It's getting there. Which I think I've stated this in a previous video, but I think that's also like a part of the reason why I'm doing this is I want to put myself out there. I want to feel embarrassed. I want to feel like I can look back on this and be like, wow, I was awkward. and be proud of how far I've made it. Not just in the gym, but I mean as a person in general. I mean, I've had my own ups and downs. You know, I mean, I had a reason for coming to the gym when I first started. I was just a pretty sad guy. Got dragged into it by my friends. Now here I am. So I think there's a lot we can all learn as people as we go on. And putting ourselves out there is just a part of the process. But anyways, enough of the sappy stuff. I'm gonna get home and think about food, taking a shower, and getting ready for my midterm that I have tomorrow. My last midterm for the semester. And then I have to worry about finals in about a month and a half. So, woohoo! And then it'll be summertime, and we all are going to be shredded. You heard that. We are all going to be shredded. And if you're not locked in, lock in. Other than that, I'll see y'all tomorrow for a pull day. Peace.